Hey everybody, it's Jodi. Welcome to the Great North American Stampin' Show. This is Season 7, Episode 2, and I am wearing my very special Burger King crown because I won Episode 1. So thank you so much for watching and voting. This was the very cool card that I made last week, coloring the negative space. It was a really simple thing to do, but just added so much wow to this card. If you didn't see it last week, be sure to go to my Great North American Stampin' Show playlist and check it out. Now, you know when you can just see in somebody's eyes that they don't feel well? That's kind of what you're gonna see with me, or more than likely, here with me. I've got this congestion and little tickle in my throat and little cough going on. So I'll do the best I can to share this project with you this week. I'm really excited though. Before I jump into that, I wanted to talk to you about our latest Simply Lovely Retreat in a Box. We did one last fall. It was a big hit and we're very excited to bring you this new one. There's several projects. I've got them all right here. I gave you a little sneak peek last week, but I want to show you again this sampler. You'll have to get your own frame, but all the supplies and instructions for that sampler are part of the Retreat in a Box. We've got 8 awesome cards, lots of fun creativity on these cards. You get a tutorial with all of the measurements, step-by-step instructions, and then we even did something new this time. Lauren recorded a video for us that literally walks you through every single project. So if you're more of a follow along visual learner, want to pause and then go, you can follow along with that video. You're going to get the link to that video with your tutorial. So it is going to be so easy to follow along. The star of the show, or the retreat box, is this. Now I gave you a sneak peek last week and asked you to guess, and we'll see how this goes. I've got to take the ribbon off first, silly. Let me slide that ribbon off. Then I take the cover off, and then I'm gonna try to hold it so it doesn't but it's an explosion box. Isn't that fun? This is the first one I had ever made. It was super cool. Again, all the supplies, all the instructions are part of your Retreat in a Box. Now the deadline for that is January 19th, so it's coming up pretty quick. Check the link right here in the description to get signed up for that Simply Lovely Retreat in a Box. We have other fun little surprises that we include in that box as well. And then there is a tutorial only option too, and you'll see that on the registration form. So for our projects today, we decided to take the currently loving scrapbooking kit. That's what you get in your Retreat in a Box along with some gems and ribbons. But we're not scrapbooking at all with these. So what we're doing for this episode, in my little baggie here, this is everything that was left after I created all of, let me make sure nothing falls out. All this stuff is what was left after I created all of the projects for the retreat. So our challenge today for episode 2 is to take these leftovers and make a fun new project to share with you. Obviously, you're going to have mine and Julie and Lisa and Lauren's. So really, you're going to have 4 extra projects that you can do with your Retreat in a Box as well. Okay, like I said, bear with me with this voice and congestion. It'll be great. Sit back, relax, and let's get started. All right, like I said, we are literally using the leftovers of this kit to make our projects today. So I've got all of these just leftover random scraps. They're 1 inch wide of different designer papers. I grabbed this photo placeholder that comes in the kit. It's 4x6. I just trimmed it down to 4x5 1/4. All the measurements will be in the description here in the video. And then I did grab a piece of thick basic white for my card base. And then I'm using a little piece of the Secret C two-tone cardstock and this piece that was left over in the kit. So we're going to use all of these scraps to make something that I think is pretty darn cool. So to start, I'm going to scoot these aside. I'm going to take my adhesive and just go around the perimeter to start. It doesn't matter which side you do this on because this will be covered up anyhow. So I'm just kind of going around the perimeter and then just do a few random lines across. So you could see there's adhesive kind of covering the whole thing. You could use liquid glue for this too. That would work really well. So I'm going to take this longest strip, and again, these are just scraps. So just find what you have left, do what works. You don't have to do the exact same that I did. It's just the scraps that I saw and it worked well. So I am just pulling these in at an angle and just lining them up, pushing it down into that adhesive that I've already got on there. Okay. Set these final pieces in. Now what I'm gonna do, there's a lot left down on this one here. So I'm going to take a little bit that's left here and add it up there. So when I flip it over, it looks a little bit like a big crazy mess. I'm just going to take my scissors and trim along the edges to get rid of all of the excess. Okay, so then when I turn it over again, I need to find this striped piece and add that just to cover that end. And then I'll just trim this little bit. So this is a great way to use scraps. Like I said, they're 1-inch strips. And it's just a great way to feel like you're using all those little pieces that you cut off of your projects. So this is my layer here, and I want to attach this to my thick white card base. Before I do that though, I'm going to emboss, and I chose the eyelet embossing folder because one of the dies that comes in the coordinating lovely arrangements bundle has these little eyelets, and so I thought it was a great way to kind of connect this folder with the card and the bundle that's used. Okay, so now all those pieces have that eyelet texture on them, which I think just adds so much to this card. I really like it. All right, I'm going to put adhesive all around the perimeter. Whenever I have an embossed layer, I get pretty generous with the adhesive just to make sure that it sticks well because there's so much of it that's already raised up. So this will just get centered on the card base. And then the rest is pretty easy here. So I'm going to go ahead and attach this focal point to the Secret Seed double-sided cardstock, and you can see the two different sides. I'm going to attach on the lighter side, and I'm going to leave a border that's equal on the left, right, and top. So I've obviously got more down here on the bottom, and I'm going to attach this little happy birthday. Now I grabbed this from the Lovely Arrangements stamp set. So the happy birthday here, and then one of the dies in the coordinating bundle is just this little label die, and that's how I got this here. So I'm going to put some adhesive on the back. Again, liquid glue would work just fine on this little piece. I'll center that down here. And then I want to attach this to the card with Stampin' Dimensionals. But there's one thing I want to do first. This card is so quick and creative. I love embossing the designer paper, but this next little thing is what I think really makes it special and sets it apart and will earn your vote this week. So this is just a little piece of the cloud cover, what's it called? Cloud cover textured ribbon. So I cut this little piece off. It's about the width of my layer here. And what I'm going to do is just take my scissors and just cut a little bit off of the edge. It doesn't have to be terribly precise, just cutting some off of the edge. And then I'm going to fray the ribbon. So I'm going to pull several layers of the ribbon off here. And you can go as long as you want, as deep as you want with that. It frays really easily. In fact, you'll have little pieces all over the place. But I just love that frayed texture that it gives. So now I'm going to take this piece, flip it over, and run adhesive all along the bottom on the back. And then I will set this down into that ribbon. And then I'm going to go ahead and trim the ends. And look at this side. And then instead of adding, you know, a layer of paper underneath, you've just got this textured fringe of ribbon that really helps set that focal point apart. So I'll go ahead and add some Stampin' Dimensionals to the back of this layer, and we'll pop it up onto the card base. So set that on here. And then the last little thing I'll do is add some of these Moody Palette glossy dots. And so I'll just grab my take your pick tool, and we will add a couple of those down here. And one, oops, there we go, one at the very top. All right, so that's my quick and creative card for you today. I think it's so much fun embossing the designer paper and adding that layer of fringed ribbon. Be sure to watch all 3 of the other videos this week and then give that thumbs up vote to the one that you like the most. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great day.